Welcome to Khanversations. I'm Muqtedar, your host, and I'm talking to you today from the Newark International Airport in New Jersey. I'm on my way to Paris, and from there I'm going to Rome. I'll be traveling in Europe for about 12 days, and then I'll be back home. So it's quite possible that I might not be able to upload videos as frequently as I would like to, and they may not be as long as I could, because I'm not very sure how good the connectivity is in Europe and what the speed of the internet would be. The videos that I tend to make usually are of very high gigabytes, and so it takes a while to upload them. So anyway, I'm going to talk to you about Nargis Mohammadi, an Iranian human rights activist who is currently in jail, in prison. She has been sentenced to prison for 31 years, 150 lashes, and lots of other things that the Iranian regime can do to her. And she has been awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for 2023. So congratulations to her. I hope that this puts some pressure on the Iranian government to release her at least. Maybe if they don't want to see her being so politically active, combating for rights for women, and for human rights in Iran, maybe they can expel her so she can have a reasonably okay life. She is now stuck in prison for God knows how long. Her sentence is for 31 years. She was quite prominent after the Mahsa Amini case, if you know, a woman who was killed in the custody of Iranian authorities because a little bit of her hair was showing in the sense that her hijab was not entirely perfect. So Iran has become a place where increasingly young people are dissatisfied with the amount of freedom and freedom of speech and freedom of thought that is not available to them. Actually, they're quite unhappy with the oppressive nature of the regime, which not only is a problem in the Middle East, but is also a problem to a lot of its populations. This is not the first time that there have been rebellions and oppositions and protests against the current Iranian regime, which is holding on to power through very strict and oppressive means. I feel truly sad that governments oppress their own citizens and their own people. The job of a government is not only to protect its own population, but also to protect their well-being, to provide them with positive freedom so they can achieve the goals and happiness that they desire in their life, rather than for ideological reasons which probably the population doesn't share. You basically restrict freedom and you restrict people's opportunities and then oppress them. So it's rather tiring, and this is an issue very prominent, especially in the Muslim world, where there is such a paucity of democracies. There are only two reasonably okay democracies in the Muslim world today, which is Malaysia and Indonesia. They are both in the same category as India. They're not too far away from India in rankings. They're also getting very close to, Malaysia is very close to the United States in rankings on human rights and democracy. To get an idea of what the struggle for civil rights and human dignity is in the Muslim world, just recall all the struggles that some of the Arab countries went through in the so-called Arab Spring, especially in Egypt and Tunisia, and then subsequently in Yemen and other places. In the 21st century, there have been at least, I think, 5 Muslim women who have received Nobel Prizes for peace. And primarily they have received this for fighting for human rights. For example, I think the first woman to get in this century was Shirin Ebadi, an Iranian human rights advocate in 2003. And then in 2011, Tawakkal Karman got a Nobel Prize for Peace. So Tawakkal Karman is from Yemen, and she got this Nobel Prize for essentially during the Arab Spring in Yemen. And in 2014, Malala Yousafzai, a Pakistani girl who's fighting for the right for women for education, basically in the AFPAC region, and she I think had become a British citizen at the time when she got the Nobel Prize. So the Nobel Prize went to UK and not to Pakistan. Incidentally, that year in 2014, Kailash Satyarthi, an Indian activist, also got a Nobel Prize. And then in 2018, Nadia Murad from the Democratic Republic of Congo got her Nobel Prize was to fight against sex trafficking and the use of sex as a weapon in battlefield. So that is Nadia Murad, and then now Nargis Mohammadi has got it. So two to Iran, and both two women, and both for fighting for the rights of women, human rights, democracy, etc. So it is interesting to see that in the Muslim world, women have been working along with men, and in fact taking lead and are in leadership position when it comes to the struggle for human rights and equality and freedom. So I hope that eventually there will be no more prizes, Nobel Prizes to Muslims or Muslim women, because hopefully there will be more democracy, more freedom in the Muslim world. So I'm going to stop with that, and so please, if you haven't subscribed to Khanversations, do subscribe to Khanversations, like the video, and share it with your friends and your colleagues. And also don't forget to press the bell icon. Until next time, perhaps maybe from Paris, this is Muqtedar Khan, your host.